I'm here, no matter who comes out on top. But let's give it up for Hungrybox and Leffen. We're going to get started in just a moment, ladies and gents. Thank you so much for joining us for Battle of BC5. We are underway. Let's get it going.
All right, we're starting out on Battlefield. Not surprising at all. Battlefield is kind of the staple pick in this matchup. It's pretty much the most neutral stage in a matchup where stages are almost everything. Like, they are so polarizing. Dreamland, very solid for Puff. Battlefield, the neutral stage, but FD and Pokemon's so difficult.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's going to be a slow start right here. Hungrybox, of course, with the 3-0 at Genesis 9. We saw a lot of ledge play, a lot of slowing down the pace of the game. So far, it looks like he's bringing the action to here, and let's see how this continues on over the course of this first stock.
One of the things that was actually interesting about the warm-up was that, like, a lot of people that were warming up with Hungrybox were playing very, very passively. And he said, look, man, that's what Leffen's going to be doing with me, so I need to be ready for that. I'm okay with you playing as slow as possible in friendlies because I might need to kind of wall him out. I might need to play really slow himself.
Ready he is right now. Leffen off the top platform. Full stock lead. Ooh, get right through. And the head bump to boot.
Really beautiful shorten from Leffen there. Able to make it back. That part of the recovery, the edge guards in general, going to be one of the ways that Hungrybox is looking to take this, because otherwise the kill setups from Fox just make this a big uphill battle for Puff.
Yeah, bit of a lazy drift in on the side of Leffen means it's a pickup from Hungrybox every day of the week. We're almost gridlocked at 3 stocks apiece. Leffen with a quick 2-piece, but let's see much more he can get.
Cool hits
up air. Unreal.
And that's, you know, again, if you're a first-time viewer, if you're someone who's not that familiar with the matchup, and you're wondering, like, what is it that gives Fox the advantage? It's just building that percent and then the consistent kill setups. We see 15% per back air. Suddenly he's at 40. Just a little bit more, and an up smash is going to kill. But speaking of kills, we got to get 78% where he's keeping it going. But, you know, Leffen already answering back. Doesn't get the grab.
Yeah, Hungrybox very, very good at knowing when to cut off and not go for those rests in those positions. He does drop the edge guard right there, though. Is that a kill? Leffen, oh my word, just off to the races right now.
Now, I did mention this earlier about how important the edge guards are, and I saw that Hungrybox is going for that down air. He was speaking to me about that down air specifically. He's saying you want to be able to kind of react to both the side B and up B, and down air with its multi-hitbox allows you to do that more effectively. So that's something he's kind of bringing to the table lately.
That's right, yeah. And we talked about slowing down the pace on the side of Hungrybox, but look at Leffen right now. He's just chilling on top platform. No need to push the envelope right now. Shorten as well. So essential to living right there. And he's going to rack up damage.
Oh, but that was risky. And, you know, we've seen this time and time again, looking dominant from one side, but Hungrybox with one single grab can turn it around. However, at 38%, not really safe to go for a rest at all.
That's right, that's right. Okay. Leffen, don't get antsy now. This is not where you want to be. Hungrybox is in a really precarious position right here. Off the top kill is huge.
Oh, and he does a little shimmy. So I said that it wasn't safe, but in that situation, what makes it so tricky is depending on the side that you rest him, you could DI, and oh my gosh, it's already over.
None of it matters. It doesn't even matter.
It doesn't even matter at all. See, okay, what I was trying to say is, depending on the side that you DI, you can either die off the top or die off the side. And it's basically like a little cross-up situation where, like, if you're, say, holding far out and they go on the left side, you'll die off the top. So, like, Hungrybox took a huge risk there, and it actually paid off, and Leffen was like, I don't care.
Damned
like,
if you do, damned if you don't. I do not care. And we are back to the classic counter pick. It's Dreamland on the side of Hungrybox. We apologize for the claps, or I don't know, we encourage it. I'm not sure.
Please no claps. I don't want the clap. I don't like it.
And again, all things considered, this has been Hungrybox's tried and true counter pick for years and years. But just by the way, Leffen has been just kind of pacing that first match. I don't know if the space is actually going to be that great. Leffen is just down to chill right now. He has the lead, and he's just going to hang out.
One of the interesting things that I was thinking about, like, I was watching Mango's stream, and Mango was talking about how, you know, like, Leffen for a long time, the kind of perennial villain of Smash, like, someone who's kind of, like, even, like, a bit toxic at times. And Mango's theory is, like, he got a little corgi, and everything changed, man. He just mellowed the hell out. And, like, I don't know, like, I think that kind of thing does affect you because, like, yeah, just it's you gotta really stay composed in Melee.
For sure, for sure. Oh, that is a critical miss right here. Charge up smash or turn around up tilt instead.
Should not be a kill, but up air or oh my god, the drill reset. Okay, Shine. Tech Chase gets the grab. Really the SDI to escape, and he doesn't get it.
Wow, 2-stock lead now for TSM Leffen. Hungrybox looks a little confused right now. Oh, Oh, wow. Okay, and again, we talk about kind of like the macro, right? When you look at the big picture of this bracket, HBox potentially has a really strong path to go forward, but Leffen is just laying on the pressure thick. I don't know how if you can even get through Leffen right now.
This is the radar warm-up, man. Like, this is not looking good so far. Dropping that edge guard again, like I said, the edge guards are basically the win condition for HBox. Not going to be able to win just by trading damage, and like, it is looking so rough. One of the other things too is I was talking about how stages are polarizing and how this stage is generally good for Puff, but even still, like, being able to camp, quite strong for Fox.
For sure. HBox landing down with a bunch of hitboxes, looking for just about anything, but Leffen so patient right now. I don't know if we're getting a 4-stock, but we're damn close to one.
I mean, the commentator's curse runs strong, missing the ledge dash, but even still gets it again, and he is building up damage. He doesn't even care if he loses this stock. This is such a substantial lead.
Wow, amazing defensive play. Okay.
Like the tomahawk.
Classic from HBox. The work is cut out for him, though, coming up to this 3-stock deficit.
All right, so really, really good damage. One of the interesting things about Melee is kind of like,
okay, it's not going to kill.
Did you see the SDI on that rest too? Like going up, that part of the reason why he managed to live, but also HBox.
Again?
Yeah, you can't, I don't think you go for it again if you're HBox. Even 18%, like, I don't know.
Okay. HBox sticking to the game plan a little bit more now, but the jab reset rest totally off the table at this point.
Like the drill.
And again, Leffen just so good at just playing the slow game, peppering him with lasers right now, and now a ton of confirms kill on the side of this Fox.
Yeah, you know, speaking of kill confirms, one of the things you always kind of see in this matchup is when is up throw up air still relevant, and we just kind of crossed the threshold where it isn't. However, Leffen gets enough smash, turning it around, takes game 2, and is poised to take the set.
Yeah, Leffen is just looking completely locked in right now too, and it's great to see, right? You know, we talked about earlier what you, the two of you had talked about in terms of this might be one of his last tournaments on a GameCube controller, so it seems.
So this is how he pitches it to me. I go like, hey Leffen, like I'm preparing for the commentary block. I just wanted to ask you like some questions, you know, anything that you think would be worth sharing with the stream. And he goes, pauses for a second and goes, I mean, it's just tough because like, I feel like a lot of them are gonna sound like John's. And I'm like, I mean, John's are good. John's are good. Okay, so talk to me, man. And he's like, you know, I've just been like kind of frustrated with my controller lately. I'm like, you know, I think this is literally going to be the last event that I play on a GameCube controller. Probably going to be making the full switch to box. You know, potentially just focusing more on Strive and Street Fighter 6, or the new Street Fighter, which I think is 6, right?
That's right, yeah.
But HBox kind of started to turn around on Battlefield. I talked about how Battlefield, very, very neutral stage. Not surprised to see him go here instead of Dreamland, because Leffen was just camping him so effectively.
Yeah, and I think just the added real estate that Leffen has been afforded for that Dreamland counterpick really just shined in that last game. So close it up a little bit, see if HBox can get in, get a couple rests off tech chases. We saw one right there, and now Leffen playing on the back foot.
And I like that you bring up the tech chase rest, because while HBox and I were playing, he was actually hitting the RTC stuff pretty consistently. So his reactions were on point, and it's harder to do on stages like Battlefield. Platform's a little bit bigger than something like Yoshi's, but definitely a big factor. And like I said, he's slowing it down.
This is what contributed to the Genesis 9 win, ladies and gents. I mean, that's something. You're kind of starting to run out of jumps now, HBox. Where are you going?
Yeah, I noticed Toph and Slime. Toph and Slime were talking about how the last couple jumps Puff has, they're not really jumps, they're like baby jumps. So you gotta be counting those. Leffen obviously doing that. Gets a little bit of a misinput, doesn't claw the up throw up air properly. That's CC. There's the reaction take chase that I was talking about earlier. So he does still have that in his back pocket, but might even, yeah, doesn't go for like a kind of down throw reset. Okay, once again.
And this was the bane of so many Fox players' existences over the period of time where HBox was dominating the scene right now, because the Fox just didn't have a ton of answers for it, or they just got real frustrated and didn't want to deal with it, period.
There's the drill I was talking about. It's just so good because Puff's drift can kind of position and cover so much, and the drill's out for a really long time.
Yeah, for as much as we kind of say Leffen is one game away from taking the set, knocking HBox out at 7th place, it's still a scary position to be in, right? You know, Leffen, again, I think kind of notorious at this point for getting a little tilted against Jigglypuff, and specifically Hungrybox. There's a reason why this rivalry is as long-standing as it is. These guys have beef, for sure.
That's an understatement. Like, historically, like, yeah, they have beef. I was thinking about stuff to say, but like some of the language they use to describe each other at times is not language we can use on this stream, Walt. So
that's right. HBox, maybe like one jump left, but he's pounding, so definitely has not any jumps. Has to drift in, and Leffen's just catching him on the drop every single time.
Yeah, missing that back air as well. Gets the drill. That could be a rest. Goes for the grab instead. Edge guard. There's the drill again. This is something he's been employing a lot more. Oh my God, 4 jabs in a row or 3? Nice,
okay.
Yeah.
Is it the beginning of the end when HBox picks up that game right there? Still has a Dreamland. I mean, Leffen's not going to go to Dreamland at all for the rest of this match unless he wants that space, right? Like game 2, honestly, as crazy as it sounds, didn't look that bad.
It didn't. I think the tricky thing, like I said, is stages are so impactful in this matchup. And, you know, FD is just a mountain to climb. Now, that being said, you know, the up throw follow-ups can be really effective, but they're kind of based on like mix-ups, things like pound. You know, you can't really cover everything, but still, I can see HBox doing it, but it's going to be tough. Oh.
Now, of course, we saw a lot of ledge play in the last game. We will for sure see it here, but the biggest question, I think, in this matchup is who takes the first lead, and that really dictates the tempo for the rest of this game.
Looking for that roll. That's another thing that HBox has kind of made a career over, is just sort of reading the rolls, but great reaction tech chase from Leffen, getting the up smash, positioning himself perfectly to get that kill.
Absolutely, yeah, you're dead no matter what, pretty much, as soon as
this is
HBox
bad shine.
that tech.
Good air dodge.
All right, we're back. Leffen playing it out right now.
Right,
But
rest.
Rest off the side means there is a quick punish to be found. Double laser and turnaround up tilt. That's what I was kind of expecting from game 1. Not too much damage, though.
Yeah, not too bad. Definitely worth it to go for that rest earlier. Getting some power shield. A lot of like Hungrybox's play, it feels like mentally it's about like calming himself down and like cooling off his opponent. You know, he's sort of a bit of a fire extinguisher. He's just trying to take away any momentum that he can get.
I think almost antithetically to that, right? Every game that HBox takes in a set like this just powers him up further and further into just that inevitable pop-up that we're going to get if he takes the set, especially off a reverse 3-0.
Yeah, like there's kind of 2 meters in the matchup. There's HBox's pop-off meter, it grows with every win, and then there's Leffen's tilt meter, which is just like the longer he's on ledge, the more he's just silently thinking like, I hate this effing character, man. Like, I cannot stand Jigglypuff. It is something that he has kind of defined his career on, just complaining.
Leffen maintaining a 1-stock lead right now.
And this kind of percent, you know, things will knock down, like I said, back air. Oh my
He
God,
knew
trying
too.
to read the wave dash of all things.
Great awareness from Leffen. I mean, that is just, I think, the most classic HBox looks for the roll-in option that you can see off of this player.
I can't believe he went for that. That is like, that's like some like next level read, but like quite a risky read. Didn't even work out, so sort of shows where HBox's head is at. Yeah, roll in, doesn't get it though. Dash attack, still keeping it going.
Nice,
and closes out the edge guard.
Yeah. Still like one more mix-up to be had right there. HBox finds it, but this is a rough percent to be in.
Absolutely, and if you start lasering, you can kind of build up that percent to kind of change the situation from an up throw up air being the way to get the kill to like even just a back air, up tilt, that kind of thing. But jab reset could have been a rest himself. Oh.
Yeah, lots of M-leg on that up smash. Leffen can't capitalize, though. We're approaching pretty high percent now where up throw up air is going to be really tough to hit, so it has to be the bear there instead.
Yeah, now got to watch for the tomahawk. Good DI from Leffen. Roll in. No, doesn't get it. Keeping it going, but that should potentially be
I think
just a little slow in the reaction, eh?
Also a little scared to pull the trigger on this rest now. Facing last stock and elimination here for 7th place. Landing bear is going to get you punished every time. Leffen has just been doing run and shield.
And this percent is already so big for Leffen. Gonna be able to get, yeah, jab up smash will do it, up throw up air will do it. Like, this is what makes FD so good, man. Like,
lots of space. Yeah, the approach has to be honest from HBox at this point, and now it's super rough. We need to approach the clutch box zone. One more stock before a rest is available once again. Big grab, needs the edge guard. Needs it right now, needs it right now, he got it.
This drill has been getting so much mileage. It was like, I really found it was very, very effective. But, you know, this is the defining game. I mean, not only just because, like, if Leffen wins this, it's over, but, like, I feel the damage. Like, when you're ahead, when you kind of, like, have everything to lose, like Leffen in this situation, it's so hard to stay composed. So close.
The pop-off is bubbling over at this point. HBox just slowly, but Leffen just methodically closing out the distance with this dash dance. He's running in right now.
Yeah.
That's a big grab. No. The crowd is just as tense as we are right now. Oh my God!
Just every moment just feels like there's... Okay, that's big.
Oh,
gets
big
the grab.
Pound
Pound right mix up.
He's got game 5!
HBox working the crowd. This is what I'm talking about. Now, Leffen's starting to feel a little bit shaken up. We see people popping off their hats. You know, like, really one of those shifts we've seen is HBox has grown a serious community of fans through his stream, and they're hyped and supporting him in this game 5. But Leffen, now he's going to the stadium, mixing it up a little bit.
These two players could not be more polar opposite from each other. The tilt meter and the pop-off meter are at max capacity for either side. And HBox now, the opportunity for a reverse 3-0. It's one last game to decide it all.
Leffen needs to dig deep, man. He needs to think about his corgi and just focus on what he needs to do.
Runs.
Doesn't get the SDI. This is going to be a trade, though. He's going to spawn in the middle. Going to get it. Yeah, up smash.
I wanted to say that selection to get the rest and kill off the right side almost was enough time for him to put the shield up in time, but we're even at 3 now.
One of the things I always talk about whenever I watch HBox play is it feels like the longer the set goes on, the higher odds HBox has of winning. He's a very, very information-based player, very much kind of downloading you, trying to get the reads.
No, Radar!
This is what I said before, Walt. Like, the long, you know, just staying mentally composed is hard. Like, this is kind of what HBox has built a career off of.
And again, we talk about taking the lead right now. It is to the ledge we go. Tons of real estate here. The housing market is wide open for Jigglypuff. And we wait. How we doing today?
We're chilling. We're not doing too bad. You know, like Vancouver's looking beautiful. The crowd is looking happy.
I mean, like I said before,
Twitch chat is looking angry, probably.
Someone's happy that Twitter doesn't have a character limit anymore. That's all I gotta say. HBox back on the ledge right now.
Good CC. Yeah, trying to bait him out.
And again, Pepper's in some damage.
This is where the player camps become interesting. I'm seeing just like little, you know, I'm one of those like pseudo body language experts. Every once in a while, like, look at Leffen, man. He's like, just ignore it, just focus on it. You can kind of feel the thoughts going through his head.
Maybe worth mentioning, I believe LGL is 60. Is that still what we're at? I'm not 100% sure.
Yes, yeah, I believe so. Definitely.
I mean, like, we're running out of small talk at this point, so. Okay, he's dead, and we're back. We are so back.
So we are back, and this is one of those moments where you look and think, like, so was that bad from HBox? And I feel like on a game sense, maybe it was, but mentally, it can be quite valuable. Look, suddenly, as soon as it starts back up, he gets a punish. Could get the stock, but he has no jumps.
Okay, back through right now. Nice drift back from HBox again. Now we play neutral for a little while until we go back onto the ledge.
Just said the forbidden commentary phrase. Nice back air. Doesn't get the thing.
Oh my gosh. Okay, starting to scrap a little bit. Leffen claws back the lead. Now it's last stock for HBox. Is all of this effort for nothing, Radar?
Yeah, this is so big.
Okay.
Weird noises going on from the crowd, but HBox remains dialed in. Leffen needs to recover here, but we're going down to last stock already.
You wouldn't want it any other way in an HBox Leffen set. The pot is bubbling over right now. Is it going to be this bubble, though, that's going to get popped? Who knows? Leffen on knockdown right there. We're back to the ledge once more.
Now, one of the things that's so important right now is HBox needs to get a clean hit first. If he goes for a rest right now, it will not kill. He needs a back air, anything, and Leffen is not giving it to him. But there's the back air.
You got it.
Second back air.
Leffen looking, just sharking underneath. The up air is the kill move of choice right now, so it seems. Lasers come through now.
Another big thing we want to be looking for is auto-cancel Nair into grab or just a tomahawk grab. Both of those things so important. How does he get down? Other thing is pound. Like, you gotta... It's like, it's so risky. You're putting it all the money, all the tournament.
Air dodge.
Oh my God, and it's done.
Leffen finds it.
Leffen popping off. Gives him a handshake, keeps him sportsmanlike, and Leffen moves on.
Leffen.
Oh, God damn.
We got a water park going on over here. Leffen, I mean, and honestly, I don't blame him, you know?
It's the radar warm-up.
Worked for those first 2 games. Almost got that reverse 3-0 handed right back to him, and Leffen finds the crucial edge guard to pick up that kill and eliminate HBox at 7th place. Let's take a look at the stats.
I mean, if anything ever says Puff dies early, it's the damage differential, right?
For sure.
But you know, you can see just how evenly matched these two guys are. Neutral wins so comparable. L cancel rate Surprisingly, in HBox's favor, which actually, not because I'm thinking that HBox can't hit his L cancels, but this is one of the things we were discussing that was discussed on commentary yesterday, is that if you do an edge cancel, people often don't L cancel that, and then that affects that stat.
Sure.
We got some replays coming up.
Want to give a shout out to I saw someone with a 0% L cancel rate. Excuse me, yesterday. That was awesome. I thought that was so sick. That's about as good as I am at the game, so that's cool.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, insane back and forth between these two players. And again, you wouldn't want it any other way, right? This rivalry has been going on for so long. To see these players go to last stock Game 5 is just so common at this point.
It really is. Like, in a way, like, it's a shame that we're seeing this in a loser side of the tournament. I feel like this could have easily been grand finals. I think that's something that you can kind of hear more and more in this age of Melee, where people are just so solid. Like, every player right now pretty much feels like they could win the tournament, with the exception probably of S2J and Triff. If I were to pick someone who I feel like has the... Oh, now we're transitioning here. It's a controversial pick. But yeah, actually, speaking of that match, which I believe we have next.
We are getting this one next right now. It's going to be Triff up against Beast Coast S2J. I'm excited to call him my teammate for the first time, first event together, so this is a fun one to be at. Interesting, right? How often do you get to see a Spanish Peach player up against a Californian Falcon player? It's very rare. And I also present another question to you, Radar. How many Canadians are in this bracket? Do we count AMSA as a Canadian resident?
I can tell from the crowd that we're counting AMSA, okay?
Because here's the thing. We have AMSA, who's like, kinda, whatever. We had some great showings from our Canadians, but unfortunately on similar sides of the bracket. Soonsei, of course, with a 9th place finish. Moki as well within the top 16 of this bracket. Great stuff from everyone there. But our representation here is a bunch of people from the United States, a dude from Spain, and a guy who's maybe from